allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's presentation, you'll see the whales moving together, in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the reasons why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca, but their common name is the killer whale. And these 5 whales have their own personal names. 2 are Cayuget, and joining us out front, Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is the youngest whale at 9 years old, and Takara is the oldest whale at 31 years old. Takara is the matriarch of our whale farm, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive feeding techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Trainers Casey, Carrie, and Kylan are joining us at the slide outs to demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors that we treat our animals here is called the fluke present, in which the animal presents their tail flukes to the trainers, as Sakari and Kamea are just. Whilst in this position, not only can you get a good look at the whale's entire body, but you also have access to the easy-to-see shallow veins in the white underside of their tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarians are able to draw a blood sample from these veins, and the whale is conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. During this presentation, you'll see the trainers giving the whales a tail massage, back rub, or even a peck massage. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, so this is a great way for us to build a relationship with them. Collecting blood is just one of the ways that we can monitor the health of our animals. Another great diagnostic tool is knowing how much each individual animal weighs. In order to do this, we simply ask the whales to slide their bodies up and out of the water onto a killer whale-sized scale in one of our adjacent back pools. Cara is going to demonstrate for us very shortly. You'll notice when she has her body completely up and out of the water, that a good portion of it, from her dorsal fin all the way down to her tail flukes, is still in the water. This portion of her body is called the peduncle, and it is made up of several large and powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight, we simply ask her to lift them up and out of the water. And this is how we know that as of past Tuesday morning, she is weighing in at over 4,700 pounds. It's important that we get an accurate weight on our animals to make sure that the younger animals, like Kamea and Sakari, are growing appropriately, and that the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. This is just some of the ways we can ensure that they are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. For the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
We're going to take this moment to head on over to the left side of the stadium to learn a little bit more about how killer whales learn. So observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the development of a young killer whale. From the time they are born, they learn necessary life skills by playing follow the leader with their mothers and other members of the whale pod. And here at SeaWorld, they learn by playing follow the leader with us as well. We're going to take a look and see if Sakari and our volunteer can help us demonstrate this. Sakari is paying very close attention to you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water, and they are very curious animals, so we often see them engaging in behaviors such as spy hopping or jumping completely up and out of the water to get a better look at their surroundings. That behavior is called a sighting bow. Let's see if Sakari can help us see a sighting bow today. She saw that, and she's taking off to the bottom of this 40-foot pool, to jump completely up and out of the water. This is Sakari. We're now going to turn our attention over to the right side of the stadium to learn a little bit more about killer whale vocalization. Now, making different vocals is just one of the ways they can communicate by manipulating the muscles around the blowhole on the backside of their head. Let's see if Takara can help us hear one of those sounds today. That was beautiful. Did you know that scientists believe that when the whales jump completely up and out of the water, it may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? This is because sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster through water than they do through air. So the whales jump up and out of the water and come crashing back down on the surface. That sound can be heard for miles around. And that behavior, as Takara is about to demonstrate, is called a breach. She's using her tail flips to take off, and here she is. I had no idea she was going to get you wet. Let's give a big round of applause for our audience volunteers today. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by making a huge splash. Through the observation and research of the killer whales in our care, we've been able to uncover many mysteries about these incredible animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation, which is why SeaWorld works with our partners, such as the Norwegian Orca Survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icicles. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes in their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, use fluke slams to stun their prey, and will even beach themselves up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. Depending on where they live and the time of year, this prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like pollution and overfishing pose serious threats to many populations of killer whales.